Hello YouTube friends, it's Lee here. Welcome to Junk Journal January for 2025. This is an open challenge hosted by Meg from Meg Journals. There's a link to Meg's channel in my video description box. And this is the journal that I'm going to be using every day, making a creation from the prompts provided by Meg. If you'd like to see how this journal was made, just have a look in the playlist that's on my home page of my channel, and it's also linked in my video description box, and you can see how I made the journal. Welcome to day 16, and the prompt for today is unfold. Now, do any of you know what a Turkish map fold is? Well, that's what I'm going to make today. You need a square piece of paper to do this, and you need to fold it from corner to corner in both directions, and then at least once like this. You can fold it twice, it doesn't really matter if you do fold it twice straight across like that, but the important thing is to have at least one of those folds there and then both corner to corner folds in place. So turn it over the other way and it will just naturally form a sort of pyramid shape. So your straight fold, that was the side to side one, then collapses into the middle inside the triangles. So you're left with a triangle, and then the next step is to turn in the little points of the triangle, front and back, so turn them into the middle. And then the next thing you need to do is open those bits out and fold them in the opposite way so they go inside, go to the inside rather than being on the outside. It's a bit like an umbrella folding up in a way. That's the way I look at it. So they all go to the inside. And what you'll end up with is a thing that looks a bit like a triangle with its corners cut off. But they're not cut off, they're just tucked inside. So there we are. So I'll just open that out so you can see how it opens. It just opens up a bit like a flower. You push those sides back in and everything disappears. So that's the Turkish map fold. So that's going to be the basis of my creation today. So I'm just giving it a little bit of ink. So now what I want to do is to put it inside something else. So I want to glue it to a piece of paper so that when the paper is opened out, the map fold opens out as well. So I'm just working out how I'm going to do this. My initial thought was to make it a bit like a pocket on the outside, but then I just thought, no, I'm just going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it so you have to unfold this to open out the map fold. Still working out which is the best way to have it open out, which side of that paper I want it to go on. I have to be careful because I nearly put it onto the page upside down too, so I've got to watch out for that. So I'm going to glue that down. So I've changed my mind about the way I wanted it facing. So what I'll do now is glue the other side of the paper down. Like that. So when you open the paper, that opens up with it. Then I had it upside down, so I had to turn it around the other way. So now it's just a matter of folding the outer paper around it and securing it to the page. So I'm going to use a little bit more of the vintage photo ink just to add a little bit of detail to this. I'm not really doing too much decorating on this one. So I want something to hold that closed, and I'm going to glue a bit of cloth onto the back to make a tie. So I'm using some stick glue as well as a little bit of art glitter glue just to make sure it doesn't come off. And I've got some it's just bed linen off a sheet. I've dyed it with some distress oxides by the look of that, so it's something I've done a while ago. It might even be watercolour. Because this is really dark coffee dyed paper, I'm going to just add a little bit of gesso onto a couple of places just to lighten it up a bit. A little bit of history about this map fold. It originated in the Ottoman Empire as a way to protect and carry maps. It was also used for manuscripts and religious documents and government documents. So it has quite a history, and it's a pretty handy way to carry your maps. And you know what it's like if you've ever had a big paper map, trying to fold it back to the way it was before you unfolded it. It's quite an ingenious little system, actually. So what I'm doing is making a little book, a tiny little mini journal to put inside that map fold. So I've just cut up some little bits of paper and some of the rest of that document that I cut down, and I've just stapled it together. I'll use a piece of this watercolour background here to create a cover. So I'm just going to cut a piece and then glue it on to the outside, and that'll be my little book. So that'll hide inside the map fold. So if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, it doesn't cost you anything, and that way you'll never miss out on when I put up a new video. And if you want to leave a comment when you don't have a lot of time, you can just leave me a heart or a smiley face in the comment section. So I'll use some art glitter glue to stick that cover onto my little signature there. I'm just trimming those pages down a little bit. I just round the corners. Sorry, I'm a little bit out off screen there, but all I'm doing is rounding the corners. And now I'll glue it on. So I'm going to glue down the piece of paper now onto the page, and I'm using art glitter glue again, double checking to make sure I've got it up the right way. Just applying a little bit of ink to the outside edges of the tiny little journal, and then I'm going to pop that in there, close it up and tie the ribbon off. And I just thought I'd pop that little card that I made. I've got a video on how those were made. in underneath the ribbon, just to add a little bit of a focal point there. And that's my little Turkish map fold, hiding the little mini journal inside. I really love this one. This fold has always intrigued me, so I really like it. So let me know in the comments what you think. The next video will be Fragile. That's the prompt for day 17. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you for watching. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo.